All right. Well, hello everybody, and here is a little video that's going to go along with the project that Mr. Wickstrom has you doing for math class, and that's creating a basic chart in Google Sheets. So we're starting with the directions, and what we're going to do is, through this video, we're going to follow those directions step by step so you can see what it looks like to create a basic chart in Google Sheets. So we're going to start with step number one. Open a new Google Sheet and give it a title. So go to my drive, go to new, go to Google Sheets, and I give it a title by clicking up here on Untitled Spreadsheet, and I'm going to rename it Classroom Shoe Sizes. Done. So I go back to my directions, step two, and actually I'm going to combine both of these. So A1, I'm going to give the data a name male, and B1, give the data a name female. So I go back to my chart. I type male there. I go over one box and type female there. I have both of my boxes labeled. Next, I move on to step 4, which is input all the data in columns A and B respectively, male and female. Now, this is something that you are going to do in class. It's going to be different every class. So you are going to get this data from the big chart that you do all together in class. For this, I'm just going to make up some data just so that I have some. So male shoe sizes, I'm going to go 8, 6, 7, 10, 11, and 8. For female shoe sizes, I'll go, whoops, I have a typo here. I'm going to go female 6, 5, 8, 4, 5, 6. There. Now I have my class data. So I go to highlight the data in column A. So I'm just going to highlight the data. So I hold my button down and drag across. See how it draws a box around it? There. I've highlighted my data in column A. Then if I go to step 6, I'm going to right click on the data menu button and choose sort range and choose A to Z. So if I go back to my spreadsheet, I'm going to go to data, sort range by column A to Z. And I click on it, and voila, it very nicely puts all of the data in order. Done. I'm going to repeat that process for column B. So I go to column B. I hold down my button, highlight just the data in column B, and I go to data, sort range by column B, A to Z. Voila. I've got it. Now I'm going to highlight all of my entries together, including the column header names. And then I'll do that first. So start up here at the top and drag down and across and highlight all of my data. Then I'm going to click on the insert menu and choose chart, and the chart editor will open. So insert, and I'm going to go down here to chart, and voila, the chart editor opened. Next, step 10, under chart types, make sure use row 1 as headers is checked. So I will look chart types, use row 1 as headers is checked, so I'm good. Go back to my directions, choose a chart type, double line graph or double bar graph. Well, what do I feel like today? I think I'm feeling like double line graph, so I'm going to choose that one. Go back to my directions. Click on the customization tab. So I go back to my chart. I click on customization tab. Now, step 13, lucky 13, give your graph a title, male versus female shoe sizes. So I shall do that. And under title, male versus female shoe sizes. Got it. Then if I go back to my directions, I look, choose other chart features you would like. So if I go back, what I can do is, if I really want to customize this, I could choose different fonts if I wanted to. I could choose different background if I wanted to. I can give it different colors. Maybe that stands out. And just so you can show features, smooth, that gives me a smooth line graph. Reverse, that goes the other way. Not sure if you really want those, but you can kind of play around with those. For the title, if I want to change the title and give it a different color, I can give it a different color. I could make it italicized, I could unbold it. I've got some options here where I can jazz it up, so that gives you an idea of some things you can do. So, got it all jazzed up. Now, step 15, give the horizontal axis a title. And that title is going to be Classmates. So, if I go to chart and I scroll down, and I've got horizontal axis. I'm going to give it a title and Classmates. Done. And I could jazz that up if I wanted to. I could make it blue. I could unitalicize it. I could make it a bigger font if I wanted to. You can play around with it. Then I go back to my directions. Switch the horizontal axis to left vertical axis. So I'm going to go up here and go to left vertical axis. I'm going to give it a title, and that is shoe sizes. And again, if you wanted to, you can play around with your colors. And here you can give, well, I don't want to get ahead of myself. So choose other axis features you would like. So that what that means is you can just change your color, play around with it. Yeah. For series, it's if we go back to your directions, it says choose the other series options you would like. So I can change the thickness of the line if I want. I can put points on the line if I want. I can give it different shapes if I want. I'm going to change this back. I don't like it. This actually gives point size. I could make them bigger. Data labels, I could give it a value. Sometimes less is more, so you can play around with this and decide if you want to do all this stuff, but you can play around with this and you can customize it however you would like. And if we go back to your directions, once all options have been chosen, click Insert and move your chart accordingly. So if I go back to the chart, I can click Insert. I have got it. And I can put it next to my data. I can actually make it bigger if I would like. I can make it smaller. And again, he has a little star at the bottom that says, this is important, you can go back to edit your chart by clicking on the drop-down arrow in the upper right-hand corner of the chart and choose Advanced Edit. So to show you what that means, I click on the chart, and right here, Advanced Edit, that should take me right back to kind of the thing that we were working on before. This is the view, so if you want to go back and you don't like it, like for instance, I think that yellow background is ugly, I can choose a different background for it, jazz it up that way, and again, when I am done, update or insert, I forget which one it was, insert or update, I can put it back, and again, you can click on it, you can resize it, make it bigger, and if you still want to go back, Advanced Edit, maybe I want to make my line smooth, change something, update, and it updates it. So that is a visual of how you go about making your chart. Feel free to tweak it, change it, make it whatever you want. And if you have any questions, raise your hand. Somebody will be happy to help you. Enjoy.